Was hanging a little weird there anyway. How the heck are you? So I got a couple festive, holiday-inspired cocktails to have with you on a Saturday. I work Thursday and Friday. Both days were crazy busy. We'd never been open on a Thursday before, or on a Thanksgiving before, I should say. Uh, but I wanted to open for partly for myself, partly for some folks, make sure everybody had a place to go, and kind of did an informal potluck, and it was a lot of fun. But yesterday being Black Friday, I'd about kicked my ass, man. It was busy, man. So, anyways, I'm home today. Just finished having. Finally, did my wife and I did our Thanksgiving. I made a just did a turkey breast. Just kept it simple, but it was good. But now I thought I'd have a couple cocktails with you. Set that there. So the first one is Manhattan inspired. I'm using the St. Elmo cherry vanilla infused bourbon. It is 88 proof bourbon. Beautiful cherry vanilla flavors. It's absolutely gorgeous. Uh, the vermouth I'm using is the Grassotti vermouth, and it's at 18% or 36 proof. I really like this one. And then I'm using some cherry bourbon bitters. So it is a Manhattan, but I just leaned into the cherry flavors, if you will. Using my mini coops here. This makes a perfect 2-ounce cocktail, whereas typically it's a 3-ounce cocktail. This one, that's right at 2 ounces there. Oh, that's nice though. Nice flavors. It's one of the best flavored bourbons I've ever had. It's really good, and it's nice when you're trying to craft certain things. Oh, mercy. Since I got the cooking done, I figure this is a good time to have a cocktail or two. Relax a little bit, and maybe watch a movie, and then come back and do another one. If all goes well this weekend, I won't have to put pants on until Monday. That's the goal, man. And stay in my pajamas. Got up, took a shower, put the jammies on, got our food cooking. I just a simple breakfast, so we had something because I knew we were going to have our Thanksgiving meal a little earlier than typical. My wife made these incredible rolls. She doesn't call them potato rolls. I think she says they're called make a head rolls or something, but they use mashed potatoes in them, and man, they are just so good. Tastes like a potato roll to me, but nevertheless, I mean they're just so nice and soft on the inside. Put a little Irish butter on them. Oh my gosh, wow! It's almost orgasmic. The turkey came out all right. I didn't do anything fancy with it. Typically, I spend some time either do a nice marinade or a brine. I didn't. I just put a little seasoning on it this morning and said, "Okay, we're good." Fussing with nothing, man. But it came out all right. Oh, that is a nice cocktail. Again, not necessarily a Christmas or holiday cocktail, but it certainly does fit within the festive theme of the holidays, whether you're celebrating Hanukkah, Christmas, Festivus, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate. Be that nice digestive cocktail or even dessert cocktail, that nightcap, if you will. I think the Manhattan's a perfect nightcap. Unless you're straight whiskey is always probably the best way to go. A nice couple ounce neat pour, but But if you're making a cocktail, a Manhattan is always a great place to go. I'd like to have a Manhattan in Manhattan just once, but I don't think I can afford one. That might take my whole budget. Just having one cocktail in Manhattan. Yeah, I'm a little. Yeah, I'm really not the Manhattan type. The place, not the cocktail. I'm definitely the cocktail type for the cocktail, but that's a little much for me out there, man. Oh, yeah, that is absolutely delicious. There's something a little different with the dressing this year. Some in years past, I've made it completely from scratch. A lot of years we just get the box like everybody else, and then add a few things to it. This year we just had the it was basically just it was just plain. It was just dried bread cubes, if you will. Then I added the herbs we wanted, and that way we controlled the sodium content. Boy, it came out nice. I used some of the stock from that turkey, or some of the drippings from that turkey, put it over there with some stock, and oh man, and put it back in the oven for a little bit to crisp. I don't like it crisp all the way through, just enough on top. I don't want to have to crunch. Nevertheless, hey man, uh, yeah, it came out nice though. We didn't do mashed potatoes yet. Plates were full. The second run will have some potatoes on it, but my wife actually made it so she does this cranberry salad. It's kind of a family recipe she does every year, and I've never been a fan of whole cranberries. In fact, that's my one uh, what's the word I'm looking for? My one guilty pleasure, I guess. Maybe usually just have that stuff out of the can. But my wife actually made a cranberry jelly this year that was really good. I took a bite and said, "Ooh, what is this?" It was really good though. Yeah, it was nice. I just don't like the whole cranberry thing. I don't know. And her salad has marshmallows and a whole bunch of other stuff. I like that jelly at the can, nice and smooth. But actually, the truth is, I like this better. It's really good. I hope she can make it every time. I hope she'll make it for Christmas. I really enjoyed it. And then we both have salads from our families that we like to fix. She does this pistachio salad. I think it's called what, Watergate salad officially. I affectionately renamed it Martian puke because it's green and has lots of lumps in it. Anyway, and then 5 cup. My family always did the 5 cup. Very similar to an ambrosia salad if your family has made that one. But I like the 5 cup. It just brought back those memories of growing up. I try to not stray too far from traditionally doing meals like this. I do want to try different things. But again, when we're doing meals like this, yeah, I don't stray too far from traditional. One thing I will say is I've never liked green bean casserole. It's not something that I had growing up. Our families didn't make that. I didn't have it till I moved out here and had it at different places out here. I just don't the mushroom soup. I'm just not a fan. Again, a lot of sodium. Those Campbell soups aren't good for you at all. So if you can find another way to make that, awesome. In fact, I've done versions of it not using the soup that has been popular because I don't mind the combination, right? I don't mind the mushrooms and the French fried onions. It's just that soup portion is too much for me. But quite frankly, if I'm going to do something fancy, I'd rather just have your classic, green beans, almondine, just some French cut green beans or an haricot vert with some nice sliced or slivered almonds. Either way works. I've got cocktail number 2. I'll be right back. Okay, for this one, I have got a cranberry ginger old fashioned. Let me show that to you. See if I can one hand this here. Well, I'm going to drop the top. Put one more drop of ginger bitters in there. I think I got most of it on my hand, but I know some with cocktail anyway. Here's what I got here. So I made a homemade cranberry simple. Raw sugar, water, cranberries. Oh gosh, that's delicious. So I used a half ounce of a ginger liqueur. I used a half ounce of the cranberry simple, and then 2 ounces of a great big beautiful rye. This is the Hard Truth Barrel Finish Reserve Sweet Mash Rye. Oh, excuse me. And this one is at 116.8 proof. So it's a great big mamma jamma. And I like I said, I'm using that simple, so I wanted a bigger whiskey. Using a rye for the old fashioned. And I got a big old, I had it perched up here, but it fell down. I had a big old chunk of candied ginger for the garnish. Oh, that's absolutely delicious. Douglas, I see you're watching. If you're still with me, thanks for tuning in. I like that candied ginger. Now, what that candied ginger does to the cocktail, so I use the ginger liqueur. Obviously, that's going to give me some ginger flavor. The ginger bitters. But that candied ginger, what that's going to do is that sugar on that ginger is going to dissolve rather quickly. That will add a touch of sweetness. But that ginger itself, that candy ginger itself, will impart more flavor. So you'll get these big ginger notes. And the main reason I wanted to add that rather than just do a straight cranberry old fashioned is I thought it would play off of each other, right? The spiciness of the ginger would meld with the sweetness and the tartness of the cranberry simple. And that is nice. That's very nice. Using my stubby coupe, as I like to call it. It's got that short stem. My stubby coupe, baby. Anyway, anyway, I, I digress, man. Uh, So yeah, I'm off today and tomorrow. I probably won't drink much tomorrow because I work Monday, but today is my day to finally wind down after working Thursday and Friday. I mean, it's only 2 days in a row, but they were two really big days. My elbows are hurting, man. My feet, when I finally got laid down last night, that's when my feet just started throbbing. So, oh man. In case you don't know, I'm not really in this Christmas cabin behind me, just setting the mood. Got my elf shirt on. Getting ready for business. Oh, mercy. You know, I've really gotten to be a cocktail guy over the last handful of years. And of course, I've become a bartender in the last couple and really enjoy it. Oh. But yeah, I mean, there is something to be said for just some whiskey neat. I don't drink a lot of rocks anymore. I do some in the summertime when it's hot. But yeah, I typically prefer the whiskey neat or the cocktail anymore because I don't like ice in my drink. So I will settle down and have a beer and some whiskey neat here after a while. Or I've got something a little different I need to share with you too. I won't see it right hand you or I grab it, pick it up. But sometimes simple is better. That's why when I do cocktails, I joke that I'm the 3 ingredient cocktail guy. Everybody else wants to do these fancy stuff, but you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to add this, you got to shake it this way, then you got to shake it that way, then you got to do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. You got to stand on one leg. It's just crazy. I don't know. It seems like things have just gotten out of hand in the so-called mixology world. Just make a fucking drink, man. If you're using more than 4 ingredients, you're trying too hard, in my opinion. I mean, the classics are the classics for a reason. I like to mix and match 3 ingredients for the most part. Sometimes there has to be a fourth thing, but I like to keep it simple, man. Simple is better. There you go. Anyways, I better wrap this up. I've been talking for a while, and we finished up this cocktail. I really like this combination, though, of the cranberry simple with the ginger liqueur and the candied ginger, and then balancing with that big chewy spicy rye. It doesn't allow this old fashioned to get sweet. Yeah, I am calling it old fashioned, even though I'm not using an ice cube. I just prefer a drink chill. I don't need that big ice cube watering down my cocktail. anyways, I digress. I am Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and oh man, that's delicious. Now you can see that ginger. All around good guys, Slancha. Thanks for tuning in, guys.